For Manchester United Wednesday night, it was another tired performance. Given the opportunity to go 3 points above Leicester, they dropped points at home to West Ham in what was anything but a good performance. United's schedule sucks right now. They have 3 games in 7 days. Everyone's complaining about that. But at the beginning of Project Restart, they had a very favorable schedule in terms of the amount of time they had in between matches. It's really a what goes around comes around situation. This team has looked very tired, especially in the last few games, and everybody is now saying, well, Solskjaer should have rotated the side. Yes, he probably should have. Am I concerned that this is the second year in a row that he has run his best 11 team into the ground and United are limping over the finish line? A little bit. Does that make me worried that he doesn't know how to rotate his squad properly? A bit, but it's also the question of who can he even rotate to? On Wednesday, Solskjaer tried to rotate one player, right back Aaron Wan-Bissaka. That lasted 45 minutes before he had to bring him back on to replace Timothy Fosu-Mensah, who was providing United with no outlet down the right side. Where else on the squad can they rotate? Marcus Rashford, who's coming in for him? Daniel James hasn't exactly lit the world on fire recently and wasn't lighting the world on fire when Rashford was out in January and February and March. Solskjaer tried to rotate the squad a bit on Sunday in the FA Cup semifinal, but the players he brought in, Fred, Daniel James, looked tired too. That didn't make any sense. Who can come out? Bruno Fernandes is one of those players who really looks like he can use a break. He looks tired. His performances have been suffering as a result. But who can come in for him? You can move Paul Pogba up to the number 10 hole, but that leaves a hole in your midfield. We know West Ham isn't a game for Scott McTominay, so that would leave Fred and Nemanja Matic. But we also know that that doesn't exactly work. When Pogba comes out of the midfield, United have the same problem. They can't get the ball from defense to the number 10 role. We saw that against Tottenham, we saw that against Norwich, and we saw that against Chelsea. Bruno Fernandes ends up dropping deeper, and thus he gets the ball in less dangerous areas. We also saw this at the end of last season. After Ander Herrera got hurt, United's midfield kind of fell apart. When Solskjaer kept Pogba as the number 10 and went with Nemanja Matic and Fred, or Nemanja Matic and Scott McTominay, or Fred and Scott McTominay, United couldn't get the ball to Pogba. When he dropped him back, United couldn't get the ball to their forwards. This is partially why Solskjaer dropped Pogba deeper at the start of the year, because otherwise United couldn't get him the ball. So if Pogba comes out of the midfield, you're just filling one hole and creating another hole. So how could you take Bruno Fernandes out? How can you take Paul Pogba out? You could maybe rest Nemanja Matic, but he didn't look tired. At this point, Solskjaer is essentially taking a page out of Jose Mourinho's playbook. He's doing that passive-aggressive, I'm going to throw the same 11 out there every single game because I am, first of all, letting my bench know you guys aren't good enough. You're not up to snuff. Second of all, letting the board know, hey, our depth is not there. I can't put out Andreas Pereira in place of Bruno Fernandes because we have 2/3 of the season of evidence as to why that won't work. You need to go out there and get me depth. Sign Jadon Sancho. Sign Jack Grealish. Sign players that can allow me to rest my superstars enough so that I'm confident that my bench players can beat West Ham. Right now, Solskjaer's not confident of that. That means he's going to send out his first choice 11 again on Sunday against Leicester. He doesn't have a choice. He has no faith in the rest of the team, and frankly, the rest of the team hasn't given him a reason to have faith. At the end of the day, United get a draw, they move ahead of Leicester, they move ahead of Chelsea. Their fate is in their own hand. A draw, and they are in the top 4. A win, they finish 3rd. A draw might be good enough to finish 3rd. As long as they don't screw up, they will have achieved their season goal.